Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. A pair of tight ends will be on the field today looking to do whatever it takes to give their team an advantage. It's the Colts going up against the Broncos. The opening kick is straight ahead, so it's time to turn it over to my colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with the call. Gentlemen.
Larry, we are at the foot of the Rockies as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the picturesque city of Denver, Colorado. Today, we've got a good AFC matchup on tap between the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. Hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. And, Charles, we saw Larry focus on the tight end matchup in his open. You think it's one to watch, don't you?
Definitely one to watch because these guys can create such big plays by all the different things they can do. Line up out wide, in the slot, line up in a normal tight end position, and then who are you going to cover them with? Is it a linebacker, a defensive back? They create mismatches all throughout the game.
Here's the punter now, Pat McAfee, to get this one started. And off we go from Sports Authority Field. The return comes now from Jordan Norwood. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback out of USC. It's Mark Sanchez.
A former first-round pick by the New York Jets. Remember, they moved up in the draft to secure Mark Sanchez, and he led them to back-to-back AFC championship games his first 2 years in the league. He's lost a little momentum, but here's a great opportunity for him to become a starting quarterback in the league again.
On 1st and 10, Sanchez. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask, 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
Give it to Anderson. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The offensive lineup now, and the guy we highlight, Emmanuel Sanders.
You can use him in any spot as a wide receiver. In the slot, out wide. It doesn't matter. He just makes plays.
On second down, Anderson. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. And now a look at the defense for the Colts.
Mike Adams can cover receivers whether he's playing in the slot or outside the numbers at cornerback.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Anderson. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now Anderson looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Let's go. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
C.J. Anderson may not be a Pro Bowl runner, but he knows how to run big in big games.
Yeah, he sort of sealed the Super Bowl for them in the 4th quarter. Big game against the Patriots last year on a Monday night, but only 720 yards all told in 2015.
Here we go. Black 35.
Throwing on 3rd down, Sanchez. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the Stanford man. It's Andrew Luck.
I love everything about Andrew Luck's game, but I also love his worldliness. Some of his formative years were spent growing up outside of the United States, and I think that that's helped him when he came back because now he's seen the world, and I think that helped him mature a little bit as well.
Here's the first carry now for Frank Gore. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. And this offense sometimes is predicated on the ageless wonder, Frank Gore.
And he wants to be a guy with limitless carries. Frank Gore gets better and better with each carry, really batters defenses with his inside running.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Play fake to Gore. It's Luck. Finding time. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's brought down after a good game. So a big 3rd down hookup here will take us to the break. 3-0 is our score. Charles and I back to Denver after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head and Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. And Luck hands this one off to Gore. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Again they run. Again it's Gore. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I think Frank Gore runs on doubt. And what I mean is he's 33, and everyone keeps thinking this is the end, yet he keeps going.
I think something that gets overlooked, though, to your point, most rushing yards of anybody currently in the NFL.
Amazing. Big-time career. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. And he's got Moncrief. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
On first down, Luck. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 14 there. And the Colts are going to have a first. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have highlights and analysis of this first half. I'm guessing mostly defensive highlights that we will see.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool. No touchdown scored yet so far.
Yeah, none whatsoever. Fresh set of downs here. Luck on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
So now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gore. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me is balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Second and goal from the 2-yard line. Another try on 2nd down for Gore. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal. Third and goal. Gore. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Frank Gore taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
First down, it's Sanchez. Norwood's got it, complete. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy leagues.
Is that what they call
the receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah.
Oh.
And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
Thomas, the lone receiver, left.
White 20. White 20.
To throw on 2nd down is Sanchez. Sanders has it over the middle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. And the offense needs 7 out of this play on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Sanchez. It's caught. He finds Norwood. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Right 18.
Sanchez on first down. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So 2nd and 10 here.
Watch left, watch left. It's going to be a long... Let's go now. Left 35.
Play fake to Anderson. Now Sanchez. He's got time in the pocket. Under pressure, and down goes Sanchez. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. And on 3rd down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
Ronnie Hillman in there. He gets the carry. And a pretty little... And another timeout taken by the Colts. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. On to punt now, Britton Colquitt in his 7th season from Tennessee. Back deep for the Colts is Quan Bray. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Gore. And he's brought down. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you now to Orlando and our Tiburon studios, where Larry Ridley's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. Both the Broncos and the Colts are in a defensive battle right now. The scoring is at a minimum, so both teams have to feel like if they can put some drives together, that they'll come away with a win. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. 3rd down from the 26. Luck's on target here, and it's going to end up going for a gain of 22. Colts have it later on the drive. Gore is going to take it up the middle. And finally on play 12, they score. They're now on top by 4. Late in the second, Jones is going to push his way to the QB here. This one ends up as a loss of 6. So that'll bring our halftime report to a close. We'll go back now to Sports Authority Field at Mile High for the start of the 3rd quarter.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. A beautiful fake. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The third quarter starts with a run by Gore. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
To throw is Locke. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On first down, it's Gore. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Here's Luck now on second down. And incomplete on the deep ball. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Now it's Locke. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. And they convert on third with a gain of 22.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And here's carry number 10 for Frank Gore. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
6 yards to go here on second down. Gore back there as the lone setback. He's going to get the football. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Throwing on third down, Luck. And able to find Dorsett. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Philip Dorsett, 31 yards. And the Colts add on to their lead. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye. He
just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. Now Norwood. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Colts defense, they worked their way back onto the field. They're just hoping for more of the same. Last time they forced the punt that led to a score.
They flipped the field essentially, and that's what you want to do as a defense. Make sure that you put your offense in a great position to run their offense and put the ball in the end zone. And that's exactly what they accomplished.
And they accomplished that last time. What will they accomplish this go-around? Down at Sanchez. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. So the offense has it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Sanchez. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. C.J. Anderson, the intended target. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Here we go. White 18. White 18.
2nd and 10, Sanchez here again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
He's got his man here. It's Green. The 12 yards that time and picking up the first. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll come out in the pistol.
Right 18. Right 18.
Now a first down throw, Sanchez. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. He had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
To the air once more, Sanchez. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Five yards to gain here on third down.
Here we go. Right 18. Right 18.
Throwing again is Sanchez. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, 41 yards. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for two. And now we've got a man a little jumpy here. Maybe trying to block the extra point.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So that's the word from the referee. Neutral zone infraction, 5 yards.
And, of course, the defense is always pointing at the offense about how they drew them across. Flag goes against the defenders on that one.
So let's try this again as they come to the line to go for two.
Here we go. Left 35. Left.
Sanchez going to try and throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
and they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. Luck on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. They overloaded that time of the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll come out in the pistol. Now on second down, this is Gore. And now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. They'll run. This is Robert Turbin. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. All right, so the timeout over, and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Here's Pat McAfee now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He's back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. And they get 28 yards on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Denver. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Back to throw. And And his throw's going to be incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Here we go. Black 35. Black 35.
Back to throw. He's got time. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. They'll look to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And it'll be 4th down. And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. Right 18.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Pat McAfee now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first.